This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Acquiring the Etermal Mangekyou Sharingan is a rather simple process. You just have to find a close blood relative that has a Mangekyou Sharingan, yank the Mangekyou Sharingan out of that person, and transplant them into your eye sockets. That Mangekyou Sharingan will gain new eternal light, and you'll be able to spam your Mangekyou abilities. Itachi even mentions that you don't even have to be a sibling, which maybe he is right, or maybe he just chose to say blood relative. But anyway, this is not the matter of the video. You see, this is a very straightforward process. But the thing is, why wouldn't you just swap your eyes with the other person? We see only two instances of awakenings of the Etermal Mangekyou Sharingan, Madara and Sasuke. In both examples, the donor of the Mangekyou Sharingan died, Izuna and Itachi, so maybe they're not very good examples, but it's the sample size we have. But why didn't Madara just swap eyes with his brother? Well, because he was dying from the wounds he suffered from Tobirama. And why wouldn't Itachi swap his eyes with Sasuke? Well, because Sasuke didn't know Itachi was a good guy all along, and Sasuke didn't have the Mangekyou Sharingan at the time. You see, Itachi wanted to show what to do during their battle. He wanted Sasuke to get Itachi's eye so that he could use Kodomatsu Kami later on. Had Itachi got Sasuke's eyes for real in their fight, I don't think Itachi would awaken the Etermal Mangekyou Sharingan because Sasuke only had regular Sharingan in that point of the story. Even still, Madara and Izuna could have swapped their eyes before Izuna got wounded. It would have been a perfect solution. Both of them would have gained eternal light in their eyes. They wouldn't go blind, they would be much more powerful and probably just stomp the entire Senju clan. Now this might sound like an outrageous take, but hear me out. We don't know exactly how old Madara and Izuna were when they acquired the normal Mangekyou Sharingan, but assuming they were around Sasuke's age, like 16, and we know that Izuna died at 24, then they had this very large span of time to just swap their eyes and acquire the EMS. Both of them. If Madara was fighting against Hashirama every other week, just like it is implied in the story, without his EMS, he probably saved a lot of the MS abilities just for very crucial moments so that he doesn't get blind in one day, like Sasuke did in the 5 Kage summits. Instead, he would be able to spam his MS abilities against Hashirama. The same would be true for Izuna, and he could spam his MS abilities against Tobirama. Now, if the Uchiha Clan had 2 members with fully awakened EMSs during their time fighting in the Warring States period, and not just like in the end when they were about to found the Leaf Village, then the scales would have been tipped. When Madara returns with his EMS to quote-unquote settle the peace with the Senju clan, it's implied that he fought against Hashirama, Tobirama, and a platoon of Senju shinobis. When Madara falls, he is surrounded by Senju ninjas. So, the EMS was no joke, even for the powerful Senju clan. Imagine what would have happened if not only Madara had the EMS, but his brother as well, and they had it for much longer. The Uchiha Clan would have won the war. Why does that never happen? Before we continue, I'd like to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace, which is the best tool out there for you to create your own website. Squarespace makes the process of making your website much easier than you expect. You don't have to hire someone that knows code, you don't have to do anything like that, you just have to log in their website, and their tool allows you to create websites with professional quality. And the tools that are available to you are easy to use and very intuitive. They have several templates for you to choose from. You can customize your website exactly how you want. Doesn't matter what you want the website for. You can be a blogger, you can be an artist wanting to spread your art around the world, sell your things on the website, they can do all that stuff. So go to Squarespace right now and you can get a free trial for a month, and then when you're ready to launch your website, head to squarespace.com/Diagonite to get 10% off. Now let's get back to the video. Well, the first obvious out-of-universe explanation is that in order for the story to work, this cannot happen. Only one brother can acquire the Etermal Mangekyou Sharingan for the themes of the story. The theme that the Uchiha Clan is a cursed clan, fated to kill their own members in order to acquire the Mangekyou Sharingan, and then those who acquire the eye are fated to steal the eye of somebody they love in order to awaken the the eternal light of the eye. It's a cursed clan, it's the theme of the story. If there was a way around it, it would feel very dissatisfying. So of course Kishimoto wouldn't make this swapping thing possible because the story would just be bad. But that's only one aspect of it. What would be the in-universe explanation as to why they never swapped their eyes? When Itachi is explaining about the Eternal Mangekyou Sharingan to Sasuke, we see this visualization of what seems to be a demon with 4 eye sockets. That demon represents the light of the character. When we saw the flashback with Madara acquiring the EMS by implanting Izuna's eyes, that demon, Madara's demon, had 4 Sharingans. It's a visual representation of the state of the character. If the character has acquired the Eternal Mangekyou Sharingan, it's symbolized by the 4 eyes, because you got your brother's eyes and then you had your eyes. You know, 2 pairs, 4 eyes, pretty easy math. When we see Itachi's monster in the present, he only has 2 Sharingans. 2 of the eye sockets are completely blacked out. No eyes in there because, well, he didn't get Sasuke's eyes or another Mangekyou to acquire the Eternal Mangekyou yet. But just think about one thing for a second. If you get your eye removed and you lose your Mangekyou Sharingan in order for somebody else to awaken their EMS, then it is safe to assume that your monster would lose every single Sharingan. It would have 4 blacked out eye sockets. Now, you may say that, well, you had to remove your own eyes in the first place to implant the other eye, so what gives? You didn't lose the other eyes in the monster. And to that I say, yes, but Madara and Sasuke never had their eyes used by another characters to acquire the EMS. They only removed their eyes so that they themselves could acquire the EMS. And because the new EMS that was donated acquires eternal light and awakens forever, it is probably safe to assume that the one who gave the Sharingan will never see light again. That is the curse of the Uchiha clan. You have to take in order to gain. You have to sacrifice everything. Izuna gave Madara his eyes willingly, and so did Itachi to a certain extent. But if that wasn't the case, then the other person would be blind forever. Their monster wouldn't have eyes anymore. They would be missing. It's easy to visualize that. Each brother starts off with a monster with only 2 eyes. If one of the brothers takes the eyes of the other one, their monster will become eyeless. 4 dark sockets. And then the other brother who implants the eyes into himself will acquire all 4 eyes. It's a zero-sum game. You cannot have 8 eyes in the 2 monsters combined. That's not how it works. You cannot multiply the eyes. You can only have 4. This is the brutality that accompanies the Uchiha clan during its entire history. A clan cursed by their own gift. Subscribe to this channel if you've enjoyed this video. Like it to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. It really helps. And also watch this other video right here for more entertaining Naruto content. Thank you so much for watching.